You ever sit there and watch your homeboy get beat up? Or you ever watch your brother get jumped? You ever watch 4, 5 people sit there and jump your brother or jump your sister? If you a real brother out there, if you know what I'm saying, solid, would you sit back and really watch your homeboy get beat up? Not 1-on-1. I'm talking about jumped. Cause Florida State got jumped. They ain't had nobody on the field. And for all the starters, all the top guys, the NFL guys that didn't play for Florida State, man, that show a lot about y'all brotherhood down there at Florida State. Y'all left them guys hanging. Y'all left them guys hanging. Opting out shouldn't be an option. It shouldn't be an option to sit down. And the reason for you opting out, it don't make sense to me at all. Florida State had 23 players sit out. 23, including a whole defense pretty much. And it showed. They couldn't stop nothing. They couldn't stop they couldn't stop a poop from Georgia. Nothing. The running back didn't play, wide receivers didn't play. Keon and Johnny both going to the league. Jaheim Bell going to the league. But at the same time, if y'all NFL caliber players, why would y'all leave y'all players out there hanging like that? Especially after being down 40-0 at halftime. Y'all definitely should have came back out. But this just shows the moxie and the manhood that's in these guys nowadays. It's dying. The manhood, all this shit dying out. When I seen the whole defense wasn't playing, I knew they was in trouble. One of my favorite players, Jared Verse, didn't even play, and it just pissed me off because what I don't understand about this opt-out shit. All right. Somebody help me understand. I understand it's about injury and you want to sit out. You know, you done made it through the season, so you want to sit out this last game, get ready for the pros. I understand that point to an extent, but part of me don't agree with it at all because it don't make sense. How you gonna go through the whole 12, 13 year season and then get to the last game and say, "Oh, I'm gonna sit out and so I won't get injured." Bitch, you could have got injured through all them 12, 13 games all season. If you wanted to dodge injury, you should have just went on to the NFL last year. Or you should have set out after the first 2 or 3 games of the season or something like that. Don't get all the way to the last game of the season, which probably gonna be the best game of the season, your best competition. You know, it's the biggest game of the year. This is pretty much the game that you done built up to all year. And then you gonna get to this game and sit out. You gonna leave your guys hanging against the best team that they gonna see all season pretty much. Cause you gotta think, in these bowl games, these pretty much be the best teams that these teams gonna see all season. That's why we do these bowl games. You play it against a top ranked team in the bowl game. Every bowl game is a good game with good teams in it that earn their spot. So how could you play all season and help your team earn this spot and then get to the bowl game and opt out? I'm gonna sit down. You gonna leave your guys out there with nothing against a top team, a top school. Now, if you wanna switch this up, if you wanna make this thing a thing, this opted out thing a thing for future NFL players, let them opt out with them pancake games. Let them opt out in the first 3 games of the season or that homecoming game. Let them sit out 4 or 5 games through the season. Don't get to the biggest game of the year against Georgia and get down here and say, "Nah, I ain't playing." Half of y'all probably was scared to play Georgia. Real talk. And if half of y'all would have played, Georgia probably still would have beat y'all ass. But 63-3 in a bowl game, and y'all claiming that y'all deserve the spot in the playoff. Come on, Florida State. If anything, y'all should have went out there and proved to the world that y'all deserved the spot in that playoff by competing against Georgia at the highest level. Because this gonna look bad for y'all in the future. How you think the committee gonna rank y'all when y'all rank 13th or 14th next year or something? Y'all kind of slipping. They ain't gonna be thinking about y'all because they know y'all some opt-outs. Y'all some ops. Y'all some opt-outs. All you players is ops out. Y'all ops now. If you opted out, you a op. Straight up. You a op to the Florida State guys. I wouldn't even fuck with you. If I was on that Florida State roster, y'all left me out there and I'm second string, third string or something, and y'all left me out there to get beat up by Georgia's first string like that, y'all ops to me now. I ain't fooling with y'all. Y'all pussy to me. Georgia completely dominates the game. I mean, Beck went off over 200. I mean, I think they had two or three running backs with touchdowns. So I mean, they just killed Florida State, embarrassed them. And this transfer portal opting out stuff is not gonna make it no better. Everybody's opting out. Everybody's transferring. It's crazy. So I seen Allison Williams was talking about somebody needs to govern the college football transfer portal, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I think it needs to be some breakdown and shakedown of this transfer portal and this opting out stuff. And like I was saying a minute ago about opting out, I think opting out should be for the pancake games, the homecoming game, the first 2 or 3 games of the season. Sit kind of rest through the season, keep your health up. You can do some extra training while the next man up play against these pancake teams. But then when it's time for conference play and bowl games, that's when I need my NFL caliber guys. That's when I need my 5 stars, my 4 stars to step up and win these games. Because to be real, opting out and transfer portals, that's going to jeopardize a lot of coaching jobs, that's going to jeopardize a lot of program history, a lot of tradition. A lot of this stuff is in jeopardy with this transfer portal. So what I think is going to happen when they kind of govern the transfer portal, I think it's going to be some contracts involved. I think these teams are going to start coming at these players, 4 star, 5 star, coming out of high school, transferring, whatever. They're going to start coming at them with contracts. And these contracts are going to be somewhat like scholarships, but they should allow these players to be able to have a guaranteed starter spot when you're a contract player. So you come in, you contract maybe 1 or 2 years. You can sign a 1 year deal, 2 year deal, 3 year deal, whatever. You sign this contract, and on that contract, on the clause of it, is you guaranteed playing time, guaranteed to start, and you can't opt out when you're under contract. So I think that'll be a good idea for college football to bring in and to give these guys a chance to really understand how to sit down and be dedicated to something and work through the process, good or bad. Don't just try to opt out and transfer and all that just because stuff ain't going your way. This year might not be your year, but next year y'all get some more guys in there, and it'll be your year. It'll be your time. So I think it's gonna be a lot of stuff that come with that transfer portal and all that, man. It's gonna be a great thing to see if these committees can really come up with a good idea to get these guys to stop just bouncing around all over place to place, man. Because that shit gonna be crazy, crazy, crazy. Because we most definitely gotta remember loyalty, endurance. We gotta remember commitment. We gotta remember a lot of these things we deal with on a daily basis as humans, and we can't just lose these attributes just because these guys wanna are not feeling good in a certain spot, want to bounce around. Because like I said, they gonna carry that on in life and just be bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around. We don't need that for these young men. So as a 12 team tournament coming up, I really hope they get it together where these players can't opt out and just sit out in these bowl games. Because I'm pretty sure no player will sit out when this 12 team tournament start. But these are the rules of the 12 team tournament. If you haven't really understood how it's going to work, the top 4 will pretty much be like a bye in the first round. They won't play the first round. The quarterfinals is going to be Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl. Then you have your semifinals, which is going to be Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl, and the championship game is going to be played in Atlanta. Now, it's crazy to me, the first 2 championship games is played down south. So I let you know, man, this where the best football at. This where football is king, down south, man. This where some of the best players and all the good players. So this is big for recruiting and everything, man. As far as what this college football world wants to go into, because man, it's looking like Division II finna be the new D1. I heard somebody say that, like, you're gonna have to go into Division II and really showcase your talent and do your thing, and then transfer into D1. Because coming out of high school is getting slim, and it's gonna get slimmer and slimmer as these years go on. Because that transfer portal is making it like college football is the NFL now, pretty much. I mean, you got a free agent, a free agency list now, pretty much, in this transfer portal. So it's gonna get real greasy with this 12 team tournament. A a lot of these teams gonna be different every year with this transfer portal. You won't see just one team just dominating like Alabama and Georgia being these past few years because this portal is finna just shake all that up. All right, it's expanding to 12 teams. Like I said, number 1 through 4 will receive first round buys. The other 8 seeds, number 5 through 12, will play in the first round. And I mean, this is gonna be so much better for college football. So much better. So much competitive than it has been before. It ain't just gonna be set in stone once the season over. It ain't just gonna be set in stone who gonna be in the championship. You don't know. You don't know. It might be a team. It might be a 12 seed team make a championship. Might be 11 seed, 10 seed. Because football is just random, man. It's up for grabs. You just never know. It's just like basketball in March Madness tournament. You just never know. That's the reason they play the game between the lines. Because you just never know. But as far as opted out, leaving your guys hanging, we got to stop that shit. There's no way a team should get blew out like that with the caliber of players they got. And y'all get y'all ass whooped like that just because y'all opt out. But shout out to Hugh Freeze, man. I really hate that he let Cam Ward get in that NFL draft. I really feel like Auburn should have went and got Cam Ward. But we are ranked number 7 right now overall. Getting these guys in, get some top guys in. Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson. See, if you with Perry Thompson and these big receivers, 2 5-star receivers, man. If Auburn would have went and got Cam Ward, man, Auburn would have been tough next year. Now I ain't trying to spit on Thick Pen or nothing like that. The quarterback they got now, but he is nowhere near Cam Ward. And if I ain't mistaken, I'm not finna just sit here and bullshit. The only time Auburn has been at the top, or the only time that Auburn really succeeds, is when they have a black quarterback. I don't know why it is. I don't know why it's like that. But the only time Auburn is really dominating or really beating teams is when they have a black quarterback, bro. They did okay with Bo Nix. Bo Nix came there, he was okay. They had a couple, but Bo couldn't win them big games. Shoot, Nick Marshall was doing better than Bo Nix. But like when we had like Jason Campbell, like I say about Nick Marshall, and of course Cam Newton, Auburn is unstoppable when they got a brother back there quarterback. Because the Auburn way is physical. We play a physical game down here, and we always the underdog. So we need a good quarterback. We need a mobile quarterback. We need a strong quarterback. So I really feel like Hugh Freeze slipped up with this one, man. You fucked up with this one. You let Cam Ward sit in the transfer portal for a couple weeks, and it just made him decide to go ahead and get in the NFL draft. And he decided to get a draft, I think, Monday. But he been sitting in the portal since the season was over. And Hugh Freeze kind of announced that he was going to stick with Dick Penn. And man, and they know next thing I know, Ward went on to the league. So it was kind of crazy to me because I was thinking like, damn, was Cam, was he looking for a phone call or a tweet or something from Auburn or one of these SEC schools? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people seeing that Auburn getting these big receivers. So we need a quarterback. But at the same time, okay, Freeze, we're going to watch. We're going to watch and see. But if he don't come out and bring these guys out and win these games and have a good season, because this schedule ain't looking too tough, based on the team we got coming in, I feel like we can have a solid season. 7-8 win season. Straight up. Maybe even more. And if we really can get this quarterback situation down and get them linemen to coordinate, I feel like they can make a run in the playoffs. Straight up. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens, man. Shout out to Oregon. I gotta give y'all props for going out there and beating the shit out of Liberty. Liberty just shocked me, man. They didn't even show up. They played all right in that first quarter. First 4-5 minutes. But what I think got them is the depth. Oregon just got way too much depth. They had way too much depth for Liberty. And they just pummeled them. So now Liberty's quarterback then entered the transfer portal. So we're gonna see where he end up. But at the same time, man, shout out to the NCAA for this 12-team tournament. It's gonna be live, man. And I got Washington winning this championship this year. It's gonna be up for grabs this year. But the Pac-12 finna go out with a bang. Michael Penix, he ain't get the Heisman, but he gonna get this ring. You feel me? So y'all keep it up, man. Keep in touch with what this NCAA about to do, man. We never know what they might change up or switch up with this transfer portal. So just keep an eye on that. Shout out to everybody out here, man. Stay well. There's a lot of sickness going around. You can hear me. It's all in my shit, man. We gotta stay in today, man. At the same time, man, y'all stay up out here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stop opting out, man. No more opt outs.